What's going on, guys? Rye Flawless here, and today I'm going to talk about Luigi's Mansion 3 coming to the Nintendo Switch. So, I think I have a bit of a unique look at this game because I didn't play the past two titles. And I owned a GameCube growing up, and I also love my 3DS. It's probably one of my favorite consoles of all time. But Luigi's Mansion has never really been a big priority for me to pick up. Not that I've had no interest at all, because the games have always looked good. And I just never got around to picking them up. The most interest I had in one was when they re-released it on the 3DS, or re-released the original Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS. That I found really exciting, but I couldn't justify the purchase because I don't really play my 3DS as much anymore now that the Switch is out. So spending $40 on the new game was not something I was really interested in doing. But seeing that this one is coming to the Switch, especially with all the new features that they're adding, I am super excited for this one. And I think it's just because it adds a lot of my favorite types of gameplay. The way you do damage in the game to suck up the ghosts reminds me so much of a beat 'em up. And then there's also elements that remind me of puzzle platformers, like Little Nightmares comes to mind. And of course it has the horror aspects as well. And it also really, I feel, gives you a classic kind of horror aesthetic, with the Ghostbusters sucking up the ghosts. And also the fact that this one takes place in a hotel definitely reminds me of The Shining. I think this is going to be really a very gripping game on the platform. And I think Luigi adds a lot to the puzzle aspects of the game, but also it adds one of my favorite elements in gaming since I was young, and that would be co-op. To bring up more modern titles with co-op play, I put tons of hours, probably around 40 hours, into Resident Evil Revelations 2 Raid Mode co-op online. And to see that this has local co-op as far as going through the story, another player can play as Luigi, and then what you're seeing now, Scarescraper Mode, is an online co-op, almost like a raid mode, but it's very much like a survival mode where you go around and you have a time limit to catch all the ghosts, and you just try and keep clearing each floor to get higher and higher as you go. And I think that'll be really fun. So I'm super pumped for that. And just the game overall, looking at the scenery and aesthetics in this game, I'm pretty blown away. My initial thoughts of it was that it didn't look too much different than 1 or 2, but the more I look at it, the more details I see, the more excited I get about the style of this game. And yes, there's probably games on the platform that do have better graphics, but just the design and everything of the bosses, the scenery, it just looks so good. And this looks like a super fun game, so I'll definitely be picking it up. I don't know if it'll be a day one purchase for me, but I will definitely get Luigi's Mansion 3. And it comes out this year, so I'm pumped. But guys, if you like what you saw, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You're all flawless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.